Hey, did those shorts come in khaki? It was a beautiful Saturday morning in Atlanta, and Sarah and I were out and about and ran across this farmer's market at the Jimmy Carter Presidential Library. They had a pretty good variety of things that you would normally find at a farmer's market. They had sauces, they had honey, they had lots of locally grown and organic produce. They had a few food vendors. There was a really long line for coffee. And they also had a food truck set up, but the one thing we couldn't find was soup. Sarah really had her heart on soup, but we did find this celery. And they also had a gentleman set up who was playing his guitar for the people walking through. Dogs were allowed on a leash, so lots of people had their dogs out. We saw all different kinds of dogs. A pair of dogs. Now, if there were two Dachshunds, would that be a paradox? There were brown dogs, black dogs, white dogs. Every kind of dog imaginable was walking around with their owners. Which begs the question, is there anybody in Atlanta who doesn't own a dog? Speaking of baked goods, they had quite a variety. Look at the size of that cookie!
It's a long table.
It is a long table. Alright, so we stopped at the farmer's market and got some stuff from a bakery. I don't even know what the name
Oh,
of
I
it
didn't
was.
get the name.
Yeah, I think I might have taped it earlier. We'll take a look. So,
I don't think you can
there's
hear
no
it.
napkins.
Have tissue.
She has tissue. We've been in Singapore enough times. In Hong Kong, we bring her on tissues.
No, it's just allergy season. My nose runs.
So the first thing, she got a sweet scone. I'm gonna let you pull that out. It's on top.
You
See
got
ours.
a butt cake.
A bunt cake, not a butt cake. You can try your scone. Is it scone-alicious? It's dry. It's dry.
Looks good.
What's it got in it?
Nuts and fruit. That is the California style.
No.
Got it.
No.
Land of fruits and nuts. California.
California is the land of fruits and nuts.
You haven't heard that before? Google it.
No. And I got a blondie. So we're gonna try that.
Wait, what's a blondie? What's a blondie?
A blondie is kind of like a brownie, but it's like light. But it's got like chocolate and nuts and that kind of stuff in it. It's a little dry too. But we did get this stuff right before they closed, so it's been sitting out for a while. I'll save the rest of it later.
Scones are dry, so
Alright, okay, I'm gonna try some of her scones.
I just need some tea.
Okay, got a big chunk of fruit.
Is it a strawberry?
No, it's not a strawberry. It tastes like a golden raisin, which isn't bad. And the last thing we got, which is very like,
Look at it, it's got pollen on it.
oh, God forbid she got pollen in it. It's a lemon bundt cake.
Lemony.
It is lemony. Want the type? You gonna eat the whole thing?
No, I'll take another bite. It's good.
Okay, I'm gonna put this back in the bag for later.
I just get this whole thing.
She hates it when I lick my fingers because I've been touching all kinds of gross stuff in a museum and I just lick my fingers.
Contamination.
Ew. What, you're gonna put that back in here?
Yeah, you better hurry up.
Or you keep eating it? We're going to eat, so we gotta figure out what we're gonna eat.
Oh.
Don't put it on my bundt cake.
Your butt cake.
My bundt cake, not my butt cake.
Let's go. Let's go.
Well, she's ready to go.
Lunch, right?
So that was just our snack. We're going to go find someplace to eat. We haven't decided. We were going to go to the Busy Bee, but they're closed on Saturdays.
The hay.
What the hey? I don't know why. So we're not going to the Busy Bee. We're going to go over toward Little 5 Point somewhere and either go to maybe the Vortex or perhaps...
McDonald's.
No, we're definitely not going to McDonald's. McDonald's?
Just
This
kidding.
isn't Asia or Europe. They don't have cool stuff at McDonald's. What was the other place we were thinking about going? Oh, Fox Brothers Barbecue. I don't know. We'll find something. We'll get back to you. So Little 5 Points was a little crazy. We couldn't find any parking at the Vortex, and we didn't even try Fox Brothers Barbecue. But Sarah got on her phone and found this place on Memorial Drive called Homegrown GA, or Homegrown Georgia, which had sort of country cooking. So we went over there and finally found a place to park on the street because the parking lot was full and the little place to park across the street was full. It was a little crazy. So we checked out the outside, and while we were waiting, we went in and asked for a menu so that we could figure out what we wanted when we finally got a seat. So we're looking at the menu. What are we getting?
Comfy chicken biscuit.
The comfy chicken biscuit and chili cheddar home fries.
Well, I don't know. Now I'm thinking maybe I just want like a ham biscuit or something.
Wow. I'm glad we got the menu early.
But that's a lot of biscuits.
It's a lot of biscuit?
Yeah.
We're only getting one biscuit.
Well, if I get this one, that'll be 2 biscuits.
So we just got through eating at, what's the name of this place? Homegrown Kitchen or something?
I don't know. Oh wait, let's see where I checked in. What are you doing?
Making fun of you.
Homegrown Georgia.
So we just ate at a place called Homegrown Georgia or Homegrown GA. It's a little tiny place.
It's small.
Yeah, on Memorial in Atlanta. The park, there's not a lot of parking, small parking lot. People are parked on the side of the street, up a little side street. We didn't know what to expect, but it's like country, I guess country food with a little millennial hipster twist.
Oh my God, there's a lot of hipsters here.
Yeah, hipster. She was trying to tell me hipster in the restaurant. She kept pointing to her hip and like,
because there was people
standing behind it, and she's like trying to say hipster without being mean, but I couldn't figure out what. I should have gone hip and then like stir. I don't think, yeah, she got it. So anyway, so we had the cheesy grits.
Oh, that was good.
Cheesy grits were really good.
It might have been better than your flying biscuit.
They might have been. They were pretty good. They were pretty cheesy. And then we had, what did we have? The chicken?
Fried chicken over
a biscuit with
gravy.
With white gravy. The white gravy was,
oh my God,
the bomb. It was
the best I've had.
It was the best we've had. It was good. It was like just the right amount of pepper. It was creamy. The whole meal was good. And it was like, we had the grits, the chicken and biscuit with gravy, a coffee, and it was like
17?
Yeah, it was like $17, like $21 with tip. Can't beat that. So we are headed out now. We're going to crank the car up, get some air going, because it's just spring. Spring is here. It's not perfect. It's hot in here.
It's perfect.
We're headed out. So off we go to the next place.